We had Halloween. People celebrated. Um, Multiple people decided to celebrate by putting on blackface. Every damn year we go through this. Put it at full mass. So we have a rundown. Let's get to it. Comedian Brittany Venti was just one of many influencers who social media saw in blackface this Halloween. She posed in blackface with a box of fried chicken, captioning the image with, "When that EBT hit," end quote. The comedian also identifies as mixed race, which is more confusing, actually, not less. Okay. And this was Britney's way of responding to the controversy once the post went viral. "My costume wasn't just random. It has lore and built up of drama with the Black community, especially over the last month. It is quite literally on brand for me to do blackface as it is a continuation of a running satirical bit about how the Black community is extremely racist to mulattoes for their skin color. It's just really funny how I'm not, quote, allowed to do blackface, yet they're allowed to harass mulattoes for being a, quote, Black mom biracial, end quote. Calling me every name in the book and even insulting my dead parents. Let's keep that up for a moment. Misguided aggression here. Ma'am, I definitely never have spoken about your mulatto heritage. I would not denigrate it in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And typically, when someone offends you by doing something, the juvenile or the immature response is to do the same to them. To generalize individuals, well, that's a different, well, bias is what it is. Real simple. Dear sister, if you don't want to be generalized because of your background, then seek not to generalize others because of theirs. I'll explain at the end of this segment why blackface is offensive, because some people authentically do not know the history. And I'm okay with providing some proper education and context for that. There's more, but it didn't end there. There was also costumes that involved blackface this Halloween. Videos here.
By the way, half the struggles that Black women think they face, it's of their own doing. Running around in nails like this, running around in earrings like this, like you people fight every day. You people fight every day. Could you choose any outfit and get up that's like less conducive to fighting? Seriously. They wear wigs that can be pulled out. They put braids in their hair that could rip the rest of their hair out. And then they complain about having alopecia. No, it's self-induced alopecia. That's like a cutter. That's like one of those losers who cut themselves. That's like them having a scar and being like, I can't believe I have scars. Like, what? Black women, you tear your hair out by the roots. You put every sort of chemical on your hair to straighten it out, despite being so proud of being Black. And then you wonder why you have alopecia. And then you guys fight all the time. And yet you wear massive hoop earrings. You wear weaves in your hair. You wear fake eyelashes. You wear fake nails. All of these things are not conducive to fighting. Okay.
Put it up full mass. The tub of ignorance you just listened to came from Lily Gaddis of the Lily Show. Silly Lily. Another social media user posted a video in blackface while performing an offensive rant. Any beep is in lieu of the N-word, just warning you in advance. Here it is.
Where the my food stamps? Yeah, y'all hate Black people for real. Where the are they? Like, respect Black women or else, nigga. How the big one costs more but way less than my EBT, nigga?
Yeah, put it up full mass here. We're going to go and just put everybody. They all would like to be famous. This is their audition tape, and we want to help their careers. So if you see them and you know them, let them know, way to go. You have gone viral and you made it on Indisputable. It's good to have goals in life. We're here to make dreams come true. Another group decided to bypass blackface, and they just went ahead and put on a KKK clown suit, and they called it a day. All right, okay. All right, there you go. Halloween, sir. Jackson, what say you?
I was laughing at the girl talking about the mulatto stuff because I'm mulatto and like
Right.
she just made that up because
Man, listen, I promise you, I searched, I said, wait a minute, I've never heard this before. And literally, you guys are saying this is not a thing.
No, I mean, like, look, I grew up pretty much around not only black people. So, I mean, you always have a few people who are jerks saying anything to you, but like, it's not like, oh, all the black people just gang up on the light skinned folks and say, ha ha. Like, I mean, what, like, she just made that up. And even if that's the case, like, are you 7 years old? Like, because 7 people said this to me when I was a kid, that gives me the right to do this. But I mean, ultimately, if you do stuff like this publicly and people comment about it and have an issue with it, then I mean, how you gonna come back like, oh, I can't believe people have a problem with it? But they just rage baiting in the first place. I mean, if you a comedian, this really isn't funny. Like, and then if someone says this isn't funny, it'll be like, oh, you're just too woke. No, you're just not that funny. But that was all the other ones were just kind of like, same old, Confederate type of racism. But the mixed girl, that one was just funny to me because it was like, what? Shut up! Like that, you're just making this up. This doesn't happen to you.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm reminded of a comedic conversation. It was between all of these seasoned comedians, and it had Chris Rock, it had Seinfeld, and it had these other comedians. They were sitting at this round table. This was years ago, man. And one of the white comedians was talking about using comedy with the N word, and he looks to Seinfeld, and he says, hey, you don't think it's funny? You don't use it? You don't think it's funny in comedy? Seinfeld said something really powerful. He said, I don't see the humor in it, nor do I seek to see the humor in it. And you could tell there was a collective shift in the conversation because of that one statement by that one comedian. Work for your jokes, work for your laughs. That's lazy, it's bigoted, it perpetuates madness. So let's get out of that.